The medial lemniscus, also known as Rayleigh band or Rayleigh's ribbon, is a large ascending bundle of heavily myelinated axons that decussate in the brainstem, specifically in the medulla oblongata. The medial lemniscus is formed by the crossings of the internal arcuate fibers. The internal arcuate fibers are composed of axons of nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneatus. The axons of the nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneatus in the medial lemniscus have cell bodies that lie contralaterally. The medial lemniscus is part of the posterior column medial lemniscus pathway, which ascends from the skin to the thalamus, which is important for somatosensation from the skin and joints. Therefore, lesion of the medial lemnisci causes an impairment of vibratory and touch pressure sense. Etymology. Lemniscus means ribbon, so named because the medial lemniscus spirals or turns as it ascends. Path. After neurons carrying proprioceptive or touch information synapse at the gracile and cuneate nuclei, axons from secondary neurons decussate at the level of the medulla and travel up the brainstem as the medial lemniscus on the contralateral, opposite, side. It is part of the posterior column medial lemniscus pathway, which transmits touch, vibration sense, as well as the pathway for proprioception. The medial lemniscus carries axons from most of the body and synapses in the ventral posterolateral nucleus of the thalamus, at the level of the mammillary bodies. Sensory axons transmitting information from the head and neck via the trigeminal nerve synapse at the ventral posteromedial nucleus of the thalamus. Location of the medial lemniscus through the brainstem. The cuneate and gracile nuclei reside at the closed, lower, medulla, so the lemniscus isn't formed at this level. Fibers from these nuclei will pass to the contralateral side of the brainstem, as the internal arcuate fibers. At the open medulla, further up the brainstem, the medial lemniscus contains axons from the trigeminal nerve, which supplies the head region, as well as the arms and legs. It sits very close to the midline, at the same orientation of the midline, with head fibers more dorsal, closer to the back, towards the fourth ventricle. By mid-pons, the medial lemniscus has rotated. Fibers from the head are medial, fibers from the leg are lateral. The orientation in the midbrain is similar to that in the pons.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.